As 2025 unfolds, a new wave of highly anticipated series is set to capture hearts and dominate conversations. From powerful family sagas to gripping thrillers and sweeping romances, these shows promise something for everyone. Here's a look at the top 10 Turkish series to watch out for in 2025, and let us know in the comments which one you're most excited about or can't wait to binge. Now let's start with the video. Number 10. Red Roses, KZL Goncalar. In Red Roses, Meryem, who was married at 14 within an Islamic sect, as she fights to prevent her daughter, Zeynep, from the same fate as the bride of the Sheikh's grandson. With help from her sister-in-law, a former sect member, Meryem plans their escape while hiding it from her abusive husband. To secure funds, she works as a carer for secular psychiatrist Levent, who agrees to assist her. Meryem and Levent are emotionally connected to each other despite their divergent religious and progressive views, but their lives become more turbulent when his daughter's identity is made public. Number 9. Blackheart, See Your Kelp. The story of the series follows Sumru, who left her twins behind when she was young, marries affluent businessman Samet. Years later, Noah and Melek, twins, arrive in Cappadocia after discovering who their mother is. Noah greets Sevilay in the opulent mansion where they arrive. Cihan, Samet's son from his first marriage, and Melek cross paths. Despite Sumru's best efforts to hide and keep her kids away from her family, Melek and Noah are able to get access to both Cihan and Sevilay's hearts. Number 8. Layla, Life Love Justice, Layla, Hayat. Ask Adalet. The series revolves around Layla, who lost her mother at a young age and has only her father to rely on. She gets her world flipped upside down when her father remarries. Layla, who has suffered a great deal, returns years after her stepmother Nur abandoned her in a garbage can with the intention of exacting revenge. But when she finds out about the connection between her ex-stepmother and the man she had a carefree but unforgettable love affair with, her plans to get revenge backfire. Number 7. A Knight's Tale, Birgis Maisel. The plot revolves around Mahi, whose father was murdered. Mahi returns to the city as a police commissioner 20 years later, determined to exact revenge on the person who killed his father. On his first day back, though, he mystically meets and falls in love with a breathtakingly gorgeous Yoruk girl. Unable to learn her name, he nicknamed this fairytale-like girl Iserazard. Mahi waits for the chance to reveal Kursat Kalimsi, his father's killer, while he searches for the Serazard he loves. Mahi understands that Kursat's daughter's wedding will present him with the opportunity he has been waiting for. But he is unaware that this wedding will mark the beginning of a magical night, and the moment when Mahi's life will alter irrevocably. Number 6. Golden Boy, Yal Sapkin. Halis AA, the head of a wealthy jewelry empire, decides to marry off his reckless grandson, Ferret, in hopes of curbing his irresponsibility. When the search for a bride leads to Kazmaras's family, it's initially decided that Ferret will marry Suner, one of Kazmaras's daughters. However, after meeting Seren, Suner's sister, Ferret chooses her instead. This unexpected change sparks jealousy in Suner and brings Seren into a family fraught with secrets, betrayals, and power struggles, especially between Ferret and his brother Fuat. Number 5. One Love, KZLCK Serbeti. One Love follows Dogar, an idealistic university student who falls in love with Fatih, a man from a devout family, challenging her modern, secular mother, Kıvılcım. When Dogar becomes unexpectedly pregnant, Kıvılcım urges her to have an abortion, but Dogar chooses to marry Fatih instead. This decision ties Kıvılcım to Fatih's religious family, leading to tension and cultural clashes. Dogar and Fatih must overcome these challenges for their love, while Kıvılcım's perspective is profoundly transformed as both families navigate their differences and discover shared truths. Number 4. Far City, Uzak Sihi. In this series, Olyar Albora returns to the Albora family lands in Mardin from Canada to fulfill her late husband's last wish of being buried there, bringing along her young son. However, leaving Albora proves impossible. The powerful family head, Cihan Albora, refuses to let Olyar leave with her child. As Olyar uncovers the region's harsh realities and confronts hidden family secrets, she is drawn into an intense struggle with her husband's family, facing a dark past she never expected. Number 3. Vendetta, Karan Sisakleri. Vendetta follows Dylan and Baron, forced into marriage to end a blood feud despite their family's hostility. Baron, burdened by guilt over his mother's death and driven to protect his brother, must abandon his hatred to bring peace. He faces a deeper betrayal when he learns that his uncle, seeking the family fortune, orchestrated the attack that killed his parents. Baron chooses not to kill and instead marries Dylan, who he once felt attracted to, as a way to stop the feud. Their marriage ignites a passion that could either blossom into love or lead to devastation. Number 2. Redemption, Esaret. Orhun, a successful yet emotionally distant businessman, comes from a wealthy but loveless family, including his cold mother of 5 and siblings Nihan and Nurser. When his twin sister Nihan, who was volunteering as a doctor in Eritrea, becomes unreachable, Orhun sets out to find her. In his search, he encounters Hyra, a poor girl enslaved by traffickers. Orhun learns that Nihan was poisoned and killed by a gang, and Hyra, unknowingly manipulated by the gang, was involved. Devastated and vengeful, Orhun devises a cruel plan. He takes Hyra home, not to save her but to subject her to further suffering. Number 1. The Brave, Hudutsu Sevder. The end of Season 1 saw Zeynep and Halil Ibrahim head to divorce court despite still being very much in love with each other. Things ended with a cliffhanger with Halil Ibrahim shot and fighting for his life. In the new season, he, of course, lives on but has to face a new set of enemies, not to mention winning his love back. Zeynep's father, Razvan, is shot, sending the family into a state of shock. As Zeynep unexpectedly crosses paths with Halil Ibrahim, old feelings resurface. Didem's growing closeness with Halil Ibrahim pushes Zeynep into a deep emotional turmoil. Although Halil Ibrahim remains determined to keep his distance from Zeynep, the marks of the past continue to haunt them. There's something for everyone in this year's lineup. So, grab your popcorn, clear your schedules, and get ready to be swept away by the magic of Turkish television. The best stories are just beginning.